Good afternoon, thank you very much, and welcome here to Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang, County Westmeath. This is the TG4 All Ireland Junior Ladies Football Semi Final, Wicklow against Limerick. I'm Darren Kelly. This commentary brought to you in association with Sporting Limerick, and we're looking forward to a very intriguing contest. You might have heard about the conditions. It was heavy rain not too long ago, but thankfully Mother Nature has parted the clouds and given us a chance to enjoy dry competitive action between two teams determined to make it to Croke Park. Wicklow were in last year's final. They lost that game to Fermanagh. They want to get into intermediate football. They survived in Division 3, but they're up against a Limerick team that, bar a poor opening 15 minutes in their semi-final against Fermanagh last year, could well have been their opponents on the day. So it's all to wait for here over the next couple of minutes. We'll have every kick of the ball live. Let's look at the two teams, and we will start with the Wicklow side. So Wicklow wearing their traditional blue and yellow. They lined up 1 to 15 as announced during the week. There's a total of 7 changes from the side that played Derry last Sunday. Linda Dempsey's in goal, a full back line of 2, Megan Healy. 3 is the captain, Sarah Jane Winders, and 4 is Lucy Dunn. The half back line were number 5, Lorna Fishcardi. Centre back number 6 is Alana Conroy, and number 7 is Aoife Gillen. In midfield were number 8 is Niamh McGettigan, partnered by number 9, Sarah Delahunt. The half forward line 10, Laurie Ahern, 11, Maeve Deeney, and 12 is Rena McGettigan. And the inside line, top of the right, number 13, Clodagh Fox. Full forward, number 14 is Catherine Dempsey. And top of the left, where number 15 is Marie Keeley. So that is the Wicklow team. Their manager is Mark Murnaghan. And there's their substitutes. Full 30 Wicklow have today. And no doubt many of those will see action over the course of the hour. So let's look at the Limerick team. There are 2 changes from the side that was announced during the week as they go in their final huddle with manager Donald Ryan. Their team in full. In goal, number 1, Sophie Hennessy. Full back line 2, Christine Reedy. 3 is Maeve McCarthy, and 4 is Charlotte Walsh. The half back line were number 5, Megan Buckley. Centre back number 6 is the captain, Niamh McCarthy, and 7 is Maeve McNamara. In midfield now, where number 25 is Iris Kennelly. Iris Kennelly 25, replacing Leah Coughlin at 8. She's partnered by number 9, Roisin Ambrose. The half forward line 10, Katie Heelan. Centre forward is number 21, Roisin O'Malley. Roisin O'Malley replacing Andrea O'Sullivan. And left wing forward is number 12, Anya Cunningham. And the inside line, top of the right, number 13, Nicole Bennett. Full forward, number 14, Amy Ryan. And top of the left, where number 15 is Rebecca Daly. So their manager, of course, mentioned is Donald Ryan. This is the rest of their panel. It's a bit short in numbers, of course. A clash was an All-Ireland Premier Junior Camogie semi-final, but still a good Limerick squad here determined to get back to an All-Ireland final. So the teams are just getting ready for throw-in. The referee for this match out in the middle of the field is Patrick Smith from Waterford. He'll be assisted on the line by Sandra Shanaher from Roscommon and Kieran Groom from Offaly. Michael Tarpey from County Laois is the 4th official. He's right in front of us here in the commentary box, making sure that all admin is looked after properly over the course of the game. So Wicklow, as you can see, they're just lining up for the national anthem, which is coming in a moment. Limerick still in their pre-match huddle. An important game for Limerick. But Wicklow, 4 wins out of 4. Division 3 survival, as I mentioned earlier on, beat Fermanagh in that Division 3 relegation final. They suffered defeat to Longford and Kildare in their opening 2 games of the league. Since then, they haven't looked back. But will it be enough to get them back to the biggest day of the ladies' football calendar? So as mentioned, you can see the tricolour in the background. We have a Ronavine. Both Wicklow and Limerick are going for aiming to appear in a fourth All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football Final. Wicklow were champions in 1990 and 2011, beating London and New York respectively, but of course they lost the 2020 final to Fermanagh. Limerick won this title in 2010 and 2018 on both occasions, beating Louth. They were runners-up the year before their first victory in 2009. The sides met during the group stages. Wicklow victorious on that occasion by 7 points, beating Limerick by 113 to 1-6. There's 4 changes in the Limerick team from that day, as Charlotte Walsh, Christine Reedy and Rebecca Daly, actually 3 changes from the side because Leah Coughlin doesn't start. Wicklow have 2 changes in that previous encounter against Limerick, Megan Healy and Catherine Dempsey on the starting 15. So Limerick are going attacking the goal to the right as we look in the first half. Looking around the clouds with some bright sky in the background. Hopefully that's working its way here. You might hear the Limerick substitutes in behind us here in the commentary box. They'll be cheering on the Shannonsiders. A big weekend it is for Limerick Gaelic games. No secret what's going on in Croke Park on Sunday, but their focus and minds are only on what's going on here in Joe Fox Memorial Park right now. Looking in midfield, we can see that Megan Buckley has gone in for the throw for Limerick, as has Alana Conroy. The ball is thrown in, the game is on. It's the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football Semi-Final. Limerick against Wicklow, and Wicklow on the attack, the far side of the field, attacking the goal to the right. The referee says too many steps against a Wicklow player, and it's going to be a free for Limerick. Rebecca Daly, the only change from the team that played Carlow last week in their final group game. Disappointing day it was for Limerick, losing 4-11 to 1-9. Of course, a game that was delayed for an hour. Thankfully, Andrea Sullivan is okay, though she was not fit to start. Her replacement, Roisin O'Malley, wears 21 in the red boots, has the ball, kicks it down towards the 45-metre line, trying to find Megan Buckley. Megan Buckley has the ball, sends it into danger area towards Anya Cunningham. Can Anya Cunningham get a touch in that? No, says Sarah Jane Winders. She wins the ball, gives it out to Niamh McGettigan, and they work the ball out to Lucy Dunn. And Lucy Dunn gives it back to the captain, who's pushed up the fields. Of course, Wicklow struggled against Derry in their game last week, trailing by a point in the closing stages. Sarah Jane Winters with a long kick down to Maeve Keeley, who just had the ball, got the equalising score, and they didn't look back in extra time. Looked like the ball went off a Wicklow player. That's going to be a Limerick ball. And Megan Buckley will take this for Limerick, right in front of the dugout where the mentors will be. So a short kick towards the 45-metre line. They'll play the 1-2. Bit of space open up for Limerick. It's important to get a good start. Limerick have often had the habit of starting poorly in matches and chasing it, and on occasions haven't been able to close the gap. Happened to them against Leitrim in the Division 4 League semi-final this year. And of course, I already mentioned Fermanagh in last year's All-Ireland semi-final, where they conceded 4 goals in the opening 15 minutes. Made a game of it afterwards, but the damage had been done. Great ball, as you can hear from the Limerick bench. The Wicklow ball. Sarah Jane Winters waiting for a Lee Rudge. Our spectators spread around the County Westmeath venue. Sarah Jane Winters sent it up the channel. Great battle there, and it's won back by Katie Heelan. Katie Heelan sent it across to Roisin Ambrose, the dual star. Roisin Ambrose tries to work her way through. Wicklow defence holds firm, and they win the free out. Kick across to Lucy Dunn. Lucy Dunn, the 45-metre line to Sarah Delahunt. Wicklow always very, very composed. They won't hit the panic button. Niamh McGettigan, one of 3 McGettigan sisters on the Wicklow side. 2 starting on the bench. Rena's on the field. She's hoping to see action later on. This is Maeve Deaney, wearing number 11. Looks for options. Maeve Keeley goes for a kick in the post. Great block in that occasion by Anya Cunningham. We saw her an attack a moment ago, and there she was back in the full back line, blocking down the ball. Charlotte Walsh, the far side of the field, hand this out for advantage. And it's going to be a free out for Limerick. We have played just over 3 minutes. Still no score. Limerick no points, Wicklow no points. Limerick, of course, mentioned their opening game at the Championship, losing 113 to 1-6 to Wicklow. The big result for them to qualify here was beating Derry, a late goal, 2-7 to 12 points in their second match. 2 disappointing outings since, losing to Antrim by 5-10 to 2-7, and then Carlow 4-11 to 1-9. But they're aiming for this day. Katie Heelan scored the goal against Wicklow in the group stages. Goes for a kick in the post. We're disappointed with that. The ball goes to the left and wide. The opening wide of the game And it gives us a chance to run through the Wicklow results. Wicklow beating Limerick 113 to 1-6. Then beat Carlow 315 to 3-7. A 5-point victory against Antrim on day 3, 117 to 112. That was in Mullahoran, as was their last match, beating Derry after extra time 214 to 111. Result to put Derry out of the competition. Wicklow on the move again. The pass in the direction of Maeve Deany. Maeve Deany trying to get away from Christine Reedy. Sends it in towards the inside line, trying to find Catherine Dempsey. Catherine Dempsey, a very versatile player, has managed to force a 45 for Wicklow. So it'll be interesting to see if Marie Keeley takes this. She might leave it for Sarah, or Maeve Deany might take this. Sarah Delahunt has the ball in her hands. So Maeve Deany is going to take the 45 for Wicklow. Great to see Maeve Deany in the field of play. Of course, a difficult year she had in 2020 with a bicycle crash, but she managed to get back to play a pivotal role in their championship campaign. Has scored 4 points this year so far. Limerick's defence under a bit of pressure, but Charlotte Walsh has the ball. Limerick looking very confident in the early stages, just need to make the count of scores. Rebecca Daly just stepped out over the line. So it's going to be a Wicklow ball. And Sarah Delahunt sends it back. Midfield partners linking up well. Niamh McGettigan, who has the ball now, was the captain of Wicklow in 2019. Sent it down towards the corner. Dangerous inside line. That Wicklow have, including Clodagh Fox is the player on the move at the moment. Clodagh Fox trying to skip her way through. She get the first point of the game. Clodagh Fox kicks it over the bar. 5.5 minutes into the match, and Wicklow are off the mark. It's Wicklow 1 point, Limerick no score. Clodagh Fox, what a run inside to get the point. The Limerick goalkeeper is Sophie Hennessy. Out towards the left, trying to get Anya Cunningham. Kickouts, of course, very vital now in the modern game. Limerick will need to be careful because Wicklow like to punish these. In the semi-final last year, Wicklow beat Antrim by 7-11 to 3-10. Went into the final as favourites, so they know they can take nothing for granted. Niamh McGettigan, Sarah Delahunt are taking a bit of play now in the middle. The two Wicklow midfielders. Sarah Delahunt looking for the options. Back to Sarah Delahunt again. Goes for a kick at the balls. Looks good as the umpires say it is. It is gone over the bar. 2 scores in a minute. Sarah Delahunt with that one. I think it was Rita McGettigan who gave her the pass. And it's Wicklow 2 points. Limerick no score. Sophie Hennessy looking for more luck. Goes for the short kick to the captain, Niamh McCarthy. Gives it to Roisin O'Malley, and they'll work it up towards the 45-metre line. Touch in there. Why was it Niamh McGettigan again? It was enough, and Maeve Deany sends it inside, and an opportunity here now for Wicklow. A chance for Clodagh Fox. Saved by Sophie Hennessy. And a goal-scoring opportunity there for Wicklow, not taken. The keeper being brave. Free out for Limerick. And as I mentioned, it's this first quarter. Limerick needs to keep it tight. They've survived the first goal scoring chance. Christine Reedy now trying to create an opportunity for Limerick, but into the space. Lucy Dunn will happily take that. Niamh getting it into space there, trying to find a teammate. It does get to one, it gets to Maeve Deany. Aoife Gillen. Aoife Gillen gives it to Laurie Ahern. Laurie Ahern moving inside, she'll go for a kick. Limerick defence putting on the pressure, but Laurie will feel she should have done better than that. And Sophie Hennessy will restart the action again. You can hear the passion in the respective benches. We are in the main stand here in Tang. No supporters allowed in here, just the teams and media. Long kick out this time. Nearly found Megan Buckley. It might work out for Roisin O'Malley. It does. Roisin O'Malley gives this to Roisin Ambrose. The 2 Roisins for Limerick. To Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan just outside the D. Out the far side in the direction of Nicole Bennett. Really coming into the team, Nicole Bennett, and doing very, very well. Gives it out to Katie Heelan. Katie Heelan trying to work her way through, just drops the ball. Wicklow getting the players back. Limerick outside the 45-metre line again, a crossfield ball. Hold the ball, Megan Buckley is told. Just having a look up to see what the options are. Not much space being allowed, but she does find a teammate. Iris Kennelly. Again, Limerick out to the 45, but there's an overlapping player coming. That's made back to Mara, but Roisin Ambrose decides to go herself. Couple of solos and a bounce. Might still work out. Niamh McCarthy. Niamh McCarthy kicks it in low. Nicole Bennett moving inside, but eventually Sarah Jane Winders, the captain of Wicklow, takes the ball, sends it out towards the 45-metre line. I was just going to say Wicklow were looking composed there, but they've managed to lose control of the ball again. Nicole Bennett fighting for possession. The referee spots a push. And it's going to be a free out for Wicklow. Nearly 10 minutes gone here. This TG4 All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football semi-final. Wicklow 2 points, Limerick no score. Limerick will just want to score to settle. They've definitely played their part in an entertaining start to the match. Wicklow now trying to hold the ball. Number 5 for Wicklow is Lorna Fishcardy. Experienced player for the Garden County, Sarah Delahunt. Sarah Delahunt moving towards the opposing 45-metre line. In the corner in towards Clodagh Fox. Clodagh Fox stays it back off to Sarah Delahunt. There's players waiting for the ball. This is Marie Keeley. Top scorer for Wicklow this year. Across to Aoife Gillen. Thought about going herself. Maeve Deaney. They're lining up just outside the D. Rena McGettigan. Sarah Delahunt sent it inside for Marie Keeley to go for the post. And Marie Keeley kicks the ball over the bar, and that is her 35th point of the 2021 championship. Marie Keeley gets the score. Great team move from Wicklow. 3 points to 0. And that's been the difference between the two teams in the early stages. Wicklow making their scores count. Limerick had plenty of the ball but couldn't get a shot at the posts. Wicklow didn't need as much time. Got the point. Ball is given away. Aoife Gillen. Laurie Ahern. Laurie Ahern moving inside here. Laurie Ahern, an opportunity here for Wicklow. A chance for a shot. And it's a touch from the keeper. It goes over the bar. Couldn't take the chance with that. But Wicklow get another point. You could say it was another goal scoring opportunity. Of course it was. It was a shot at the goal. 4 points to 0 to Wicklow. And Limerick can't afford to be giving the ball away. They can avoid conceding a goal in the opening quarter. They have the ability to up the tempo as it goes on. But Wicklow are raising the white flags. This time it's won by Rebecca Daly. Rebecca Daly across to Christine Reedy. Referee spotted an infringement. It's going to be a free for Limerick. Limerick number 2 looking for options. Maeve McCarthy. McCarthy's sisters lining up the centre of the Limerick defence. Amy Ryan back to help out. Scored 2 goals in the All-Ireland semi-final last year against Fermanagh, as did Anya Cunningham. They're both at the fields. Foul on Nicole Bennett. She's been Limerick's top scorer this year at 3-7. Sends it in towards Roisin Ambrose. Roisin Ambrose, can she get the first score of the game for Limerick? Can she get even more? Goes for a kick. And it slices across the goal to the left and wide. She didn't have much space, it must be said. It was hard to get a shot even at a point. But Limerick showed the danger that they can provide. Just looking around the flanks here, no real wind of note. The tricolours are moving a little bit, but not favouring any of the teams. Anya Cunningham, as we just mentioned. Iris Kennelly moving to the D. She'll go for a kick at the post. It's the opening score for Limerick in the match. Well, that's a fantastic point for Limerick. 13 minutes it's taken. And Iris Kennelly puts the ball over the bar after Anya Cunningham winning possession. Down the left, what a kick. It's Limerick 1 point, Wicklow 4. Outside the 45-metre line again, Lorna Fishcardy gives it off to a teammate, the half-backs, Aoife Gillen. Laurie Ahern wants a bit of space to run. That's the Foxrock Cabinteely player. Two of them represent that club. Lorna Viscardi, the other. Laurie Ahern is on the move again inside the D. Gives it back to Catherine Dempsey. Catherine Dempsey will go for a kick in the posts. On this occasion, that ball goes over the bar. We thought for a moment it might be a wide, but it's not. Great score from Catherine Dempsey. Great assist from Laurie Ahern. And there's 4 points between the teams again. It's Wicklow 5 points, Limerick 1. So the referee has blown for the water break. Has blown on 14 minutes of the game, and Wicklow with the advantage on the scoreboard. The Limerick are showing their tread. A few chances early on, but it's Wicklow with points from Clodagh Fox and Sarah Delahunt that took a 2-point advantage. There has been goal scoring chances, both Clodagh Fox and Laurie Ahern getting in for an opportunity. The third point came from Marie Keeley. Laurie Ahern with the 4th point after Aoife Gillen's assist. That was also the second goal scoring opportunity to make it 4-0 for Iris Kennelly. Got Limerick's opening score. The 5th point from Catherine Dempsey just before the break has put 4 between them. Limerick will be disappointed to be behind, but as mentioned with their history, they'll be glad not to have conceded goals. And they're very much in this match. While Wicklow have been the dominant side with 4 wins out of 4, they haven't won the games by much. It's been an average winning margin of 6.5 points. So Limerick will feel, look, we've been 50-50 in this game. We just haven't troubled the umpires. Donal Ryan giving his team encouragement, telling them, you can do it. No time being wasted here. Getting straight back out. We're going to start again in a moment. And it's going to start again with Sophie Hennessy, the Limerick goalkeeper. Sophie Hennessy, the winner of MIC Bursary. Memory of Rachel Keneally, the Rachel Keneally Award. Wonderful Tipperary footballer, sadly not with us anymore. But her memory, her name lives on. Kick out towards the middle of the field, but it's Wicklow in possession. Niamh McGettigan pulling the strings in the early stages, as has Sarah Delahunt. Sarah Delahunt with a nice ball down towards Clodagh Fox. A great interception there. I think it was Charlotte Walsh she got in the way. Anya Cunningham will try and go on the run. She does well. Skips off one of them, skips off two. Needs a bit of support though. There's 3-4 Wicklow players around her, but she gets the kick inside. Nicole Bennett. Don't know if they were pushing the back there for a moment. Wicklow have the ball out towards the 45. Lorna Viscardi to Aoife Gillen. She's also been very busy in the early stages. Rena McGettigan to the sister Niamh. And Niamh McGettigan down towards the corner. No foul. Maeve McCarthy wins the ball for Limerick. Down the other end now is Katie Heelan. Katie Heelan has support from Roisin Ambrose, gives it to Roisin Ambrose. Can she get within range? Iris Kennelly's beside her if she wants to go for it, but Roisin goes herself, goes for the kick. The ball goes to the right and wide. Limerick will be disappointed with that. Their second wide of the game. Can't blame Roisin Ambrose for having a go. Wicklow with the kick out, Lorna Viscardi. Aoife Gillen and Sarah Delahunt. Of course, the player left out of that move was the number 2, Megan Healy. Referee spotted a touch of the hand, so it's going to be a Wicklow free. Middle of the field, that line seems to be more halfway line than a 65-metre line. Referee says that Maeve Deaney had the hand out on Katie Heelan. Maybe she said something afterwards because the referee is going to take her. So it's a Limerick free out. Looks like it's going to be taken by Maeve McCarthy. Of course, we mentioned great to see Andrea O'Sullivan is okay on the mend. Maeve McCarthy also had an injury in the game against Carlow. And I just went away from Limerick afterwards. Carlow, of course, been in great form in the latter stages of the group matches. They take on Antrim tomorrow. Another game that'll be live streamed by the LGFA. Belnabon. Rena McGettigan wears number 12 for Wicklow. Gives it to the sister Niamh. Niamh works towards the halfway line. Player out to the left is Aoife Gillen. Goes for the kick. Aoife Gillen has the ball. She's already been setting up scoring chances in the game. Turns inside. Looks around, gives the ball away. She doesn't actually, she gives it to her teammate Maeve Deaney. Get mixed up there for a moment. Niamh McGettigan. Nana Conroy to Aoife Gillen again. Lorna Viscardi. It's what Wicklow like to do. Work around the semicircle. Just came out that time because Laurie Ahern wants to have a run at them. Laurie Ahern goes inside, the challenge comes in, the referee says it was charging. Fairness to Niamh McCarthy, she checks. Is the Wicklow number 10 okay? But wait, Limerick are going to have a free out. The referee is he ticking Laurie Ahern that one? I think he is. So a couple of ticks going in. Remember, to get 3 ticks, it becomes a yellow card. Sometimes that doesn't stand out based on the challenges that are committed. So we try and keep you up to date with those ticks as best we can, but you might need a pen and paper at home to add them up yourselves. Maeve Deany with a ball in towards the corner, but cut out by Roisin O'Malley. Christine Reedy, Northern winner in 2018. Tried to get it away, but Rita McGetty was having none of it. Maeve Deany. Sarah Jane Winters is pushed up the field, likes to do that on occasions in the match. Niamh McGettigan, back to Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane Winters in towards the attack, looking for Catherine Dempsey. It's actually Clodagh Fox who has it on occasion. The Limerick full back line have worked very hard in the game. They haven't made it easy for Wicklow, despite the fact that their opponents have the advantage of the scoreboard. This will be a Wicklow ball. Aoife Gillen takes it down the left. Referee did spot a bit of a cuteness, do you call it, from the Wicklow attacker trying to push the Limerick defender off the ball. Has to be said, Patrick Smith, the Waterford officials, having a very good game so far. We don't say that enough about referees. Hopefully we're still saying it at the end of the match. Limerick trying to move outside the field. Anya Cunningham trying to get around Catherine Dempsey. Gives the pass across. Christine Reedy into the Wicklow half the field, goes for a kick down in the direction of Nicole Bennett. Cut out by Sarah Jane Winters. That'll be an intriguing tussle if they stay together for the rest of the match. Rita McGettigan gives the ball off to Lorna Fishcardy. Lorna Fishcardy just outside the 45-metre line. Maeve Deany, whereas number 11 spots the player coming, and that's Sarah Delahunt. Sarah Delahunt gets inside the 45-metre line looking for options. Plenty of them there for her. Clodagh Fox, first score of the game. Kicks it out the far side of the field. Marie Keeley going inside looking for her second of the day. Not to be in this occasion. The second wide of the game it is for Wicklow. 2 wides each. We have played 19 minutes and 40 seconds of the first half. And it's Wicklow 5 points, Limerick 1. There's been no score since the water break. Took a while to get the first score after throw-in. Charlotte Walsh outside the 45-metre line. Number 7 for Limerick is Maeve McNamara. She gives it to Roisin O'Malley. And Limerick now working the passes, and back from Maeve McNamara is pushed up the field, sends it down the direction of Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan tries to turn inside. She's very dangerous, and she gets a one-on-one as Amy Ryan, the Ola player, moves inside, goes to the ground. Referee says no foul. Wicklow have the ball back. And it's out towards the middle. Bit of purchase on the pass, but Niamh McGettigan equal to the task. Just inside their own 45-metre line. Sarah Jane Winters will push up. And Catherine Dempsey leads it off from Maeve Deany, and Maeve Deany is on the run. Wicklow looking for that goal scoring chance. Good interception from Anya Cunningham. Doing a lot of defensive work as Anya Cunningham in this game. Referee spots a push, and it's going to be a free out for Limerick. They've given the ball away. This is Laurie Ahern. Laurie Ahern will go for a kick in the post, and Laurie Ahern puts the ball over the bar. 21 minutes gone in the game. It's 6 points to Wicklow, 1 point to Limerick, and it has to be said that at least 3 of those Wicklow scores have come from Limerick carelessly giving the ball away. No doubt that'll be something Donald Ryan will be talking to his players about at half time. Like, it's a formidable task playing Wicklow anyway. You don't want to be making it any easier for them. 2 players have collided. So we're just going to have a hold up and play. Oh, the Limerick player back in her feet. I'm just trying to work out who the Wicklow player is. I'm wondering, is it Maeve Keeley? She's looking around. I haven't spotted Maeve at the moment. Of course, Maeve Keeley, key player. As I mentioned, she started the game with 34 points in this year's championship, 26 more than any of her teammates. The only thing Maeve Ree's been missing so far this year has been a goal. She's okay. She's back on her feet. Marie Keeley, an energetic player for Wicklow. Loves running marathons. And it showed in their victory last week against Derry. 7 points, including that crucial equaliser in normal time. The 21-year-old, a figurehead of the Wicklow attack and for Wicklow's future. It's definitely looking bright. But will it lead to an All-Ireland title this year? They have to get there first, and Limerick have other ideas. Amy Ryan with the ball. Katie Healing there in support, but she goes down towards the corner looking for Nicole Bennett. As the ball stayed in play, it has Nicole Bennett doing well. Again up against Sarah Jane Winters. The referee says it was a foul. Limerick want to take the free quickly. Anya Cunningham. Looking around for options there. Amy Ryan is behind her. So is Roisin Ambrose. So Roisin Ambrose just going inside the 45-metre line. And when I say Wicklow get players back, they don't pull too many players back, just enough to cover the spaces. There's plenty of attacking threat up the other end if they overturn the ball. And they have it again. Rena McGettigan skipping her way outside the 45-metre line, trying to get away from Megan Buckley. Maeve Deaney comes to help out. Aoife Gillen, back to Maeve. Maeve Deaney drops the ball, turns to Niamh McGettigan. And Niamh McGettigan's on the move again towards the 45-metre line. This is great 1-2 work from the 11 and 8 for Wicklow. We're asking their teammates to get involved. Catherine Dempsey says, I will. Moves down the right, might turn to the left. Gives it back to Maeve Deaney. Scoring opportunity surely here now if she wants to go for it. Just holds it up. Reckons is a better option than Rena McGettigan. Limerick now, again, they're pulling the right amount of bodies back to make it difficult. Megan Buckley gets the important touch there, but the danger's not been averted. Sarah Delahunt with a kick along the ground. Sophie Hennessy takes it. Limerick goalkeeper, but she needs to be careful. Kicks it out to Maeve McNamara. And Maeve McNamara moving towards the 45-metre line. But Limerick just can't find teammates as easy as their opponents. Aoife Gillen. And just the awareness of the Wicklow number 7 to find her comrade on the other wing, Lorna Fiscardi. Maeve Deaney. She likes to do a few solos, looks around. Niamh McGettigan, very skillful players, Maeve Deaney. Doesn't find Sarah Delahunt on occasion. Might find Clodagh Fox, not if Anya Cunningham has anything to say about it. Anya Cunningham, of course, was on the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Football team in the Championship in 2020. So hold up and play, Limerick player on the ground. We've played 25 minutes here in Joe Fox Memorial Park, Tang and County Westmeath. Megan Buckley is okay for Limerick, back on her feet. So it's a Wicklow ball, the far side of the field, attacking the goal to the left. Goes for a low kick. Clodagh Fox with the ball for Wicklow. Well held by Maeve Keeley. A couple of passes there to Aoife Gillen. Aoife will give it to Laurie. She set her up before. Laurie Ahern had a look at it. Didn't like the options. Maeve Deaney decides to spread the play. Lorna Fiscardi to Maeve Keeley. Maeve Keeley goes for a kick in the post. Sophie Hennessy needs to be careful and very alert with the Limerick goalkeeper. Gets it out to Charlotte Walsh, a UIG student in Galway. But Limerick messing with the ball a bit in defence. Referee has blown the whistle. Not sure what he saw, what he heard. He's had a chat with Catherine Dempsey, I think. Wicklow full forward. Yeah. So it's going to be Limerick free. 1-2. Limerick just trying to move it out of their defence now. That's not what they want to play this game. Anya Cunningham gets it up to Maeve McNamara. Maeve McNamara goes inside the Wicklow half the field. Wicklow haven't got players back yet. If Limerick can attack them quickly here, this could be an opportunity. Maeve McNamara still weaving her way through. This is great for Maeve McNamara. Now, sends it in towards the goal. Nobody inside there. And Linda Dempsey had plenty of time to pick out Lorna Fiscardi. And Rena McGettigan. Another opportunity goes a begging for Limerick. Sarah Jane Winters with a kick down for Laurie Ahern if it gets to her. She got a touch in it, But Amy Ryan was back for Limerick. She was on the Sports Stars Football Team of the Year in 2020. Megan Buckley trying to find Iris Kennelly. Iris Kennelly gets inside the 45-metre line. There's a Limerick player on the ground again, but Iris Kennelly's going for the post. She's gotten the first score already of the game. You can hear the substitutes in the background. They knew that was going over. And Iris Kennelly gets a second point of the game for Limerick. It's a 4-point ball game. It's 2 points to Limerick, 6 points to Wicklow. Iris Kennelly, one from the left and one from the right. So just again, hold up and play. Limerick player receiving attention. A few of the Limerick substitutes here coming in and out. They have to go through the fence to get out in the field for a warm-up. So again, a low-scoring game it might be. Don't forget the ground would be heavy after the incessant rain and heavy rain it was too that we had before this match started. Megan Buckley, the second time she's been receiving attention in the last couple of moments. Of course, stopped the goal-scoring opportunity for Wicklow as well in the early stages. Limerick's manager, Donald Ryan. Mayor Furness, Dermot Peters, physio Owen Lucy, who's here behind us. Dawn Hennessy, the liaison officer, and mentors also Steve McMahon and Catherine Murphy. So Linda Dempsey restarts the play for Wicklow. Long drive down the middle. Well read. I think Niamh Getting got a touch in it. But Katie Healan has done well. The referee gives the advantage because the arm has been dragged down. Katie Healan doesn't need the advantage at the moment. Takes a high challenge. I think there'll be a free further inside. No arguments there. And Limerick have an opportunity to bring this back to a 3-point ball game. So Nicole Bennett is going to take this. Just inside the D. Their top scorer hasn't scored in this game yet. Inside the final minute of normal time in the first half. Nicole Bennett with the kick. Sarah Jane Winders wasn't taking any chances, though I think the ball was going wide. Donna Fishcardi brings out to Alana Conroy. Alana Conroy will bring it towards the 45-metre line, waiting for the support. Sarah Jane Winders to Sarah Delahunt. 2 Sarahs. And Rena McGettigan, the far side of the field for Wicklow, and all of a sudden it's a Wicklow attack, and the captain and full back is in front there. She wants to give her the pass. Limerick not making it easy, but Sarah Jane Winders is there. Crossfield ball from Maeve Keeley. Maeve Keeley looks for the space, goes for the kick. Sophie Hennessy into their hands. Very composed in dealing with dropping balls has been Sophie Hennessy, I should say. Maeve back to Mara. Rebecca Daly down to Iris Kennelly. Iris Kennelly wants to take her player on. See, Wicklow getting 2 players back there, and you just wonder where the option is for Limerick. Well, she found an option. She found it from Megan Buckley. Megan Buckley's moving inside the centre, gives it to Katie Healan. Was there somebody running through? Not to be, but Roisin Ambrose is there now. The advantage has been given for a free. Referee's going to bring this back. But just for a moment there, you could see the movement, but they needed the player to keep pushing through the centre to give the Limerick attacker an option of getting a goal-scoring opportunity. And nobody pushed through the centre or had to come back. They did get the free out of it. But there could have been so much more for Limerick there, and that's what they need to be looking at. You would feel that Limerick will need to score a goal there to win this game. Wicklow, happy enough to keep control of the scoreboard. But Limerick are finishing the half strong. Nearly 31 minutes gone in the first half. Again, it's a second free for Nicole Bennett. The shooting boots just not with her at the moment. Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan Simon, as friends and teammates like to call her. Her brother Pat involved with the Limerick hurlers. Megan Buckley will go herself this time. That ball goes to the left and wide. Limerick really needed something out of that. Wicklow's defenders working hard, not making it easy. Linda Dempsey, the Wicklow goalkeeper. Out to Sarah Jane Winders. And Sarah Jane Lorna Viscardi, the referee. Patrick Smith from Waterford blows the half-time whistle, and it's Wicklow who have a 4-point advantage at the break. Both teams have created chances, but it's Wicklow more economical with them in the opening stages, especially the opening quarter. Clodagh Fox, Sarah Della Hunt, Maeve Keeley and Laurie Ahern making it 4 points to nil. 2 goal scoring chances as well. Sophie Hennessy pulling off 1 Limerick save. Iris Kennelly with the 2 points for Limerick in this matches, but they should have asked more questions of the Wicklow defence. Laurie Ahern was another point for Wicklow, giving them a 4-point advantage. Wicklow unbeaten, still in control of trying to get back to Croke Park with Limerick very much in this match, only trailed by 4 points. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time for live coverage of the second half of this TG4 All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football semi-final here in Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang. But the half-time score, it's Wicklow in front by 4 points. It's Wicklow 6 points, Limerick 2. Yeah, he's good to go. Welcome back here to Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang. This is the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football Semi-Final. The half-time score here, Wicklow 6 points, Limerick 2. Wicklow back out in the field. They will be attacking the goal to the right in the second half. And Limerick are just coming in just off camera at the moment. Actually, we're just picking them up here now. A big 30 minutes ahead for Limerick. They've scored 2 points, both from Iris Kennelly, but feel they should have asked more questions of the Wicklow defence, who have been superb in the game. Can they get the goal to get themselves back in the match, or will Wicklow put the boot down and stamp their place back in Croke Park in 2 weeks' time from tomorrow, September the 5th? The triple header confirmed by the Ladies Gaelic Football Association during the week. As I mentioned, Iris Kennelly got the 2 points for Limerick as we're waiting for everyone to get back into position. Laurie Ahern, the top scorer for Wicklow, she's got 2 points. Clodagh Fox, Maeve Keeley, Sarah Della Hunt and Catherine Dempsey also on target for Mark Murnahan's team. So the referee, Patrick Smith from Waterford. Substitutes for both teams getting back in position. Just keeping an eye out for any changes in either side. We haven't seen any so far, but if any are confirmed, we'll let you know straight away. Amy Ryan and Roisin Ambrose for Limerick, up against Sarah Della Hunt and Alana Conroy for Wicklow. That's how we'll start off the second half in midfield. 4 points between them. The dark clouds are starting to come back around. The ball is thrown in. The second half is underway. This commentary brought to you in association with Sporting Limerick. I'm Darren Kelly, and it's Alana Conroy from Wicklow on the move inside the 45-year line. First score of the half going to be big. Catherine Dempsey's already scored in the game. Gets within range. She'll go for a kick in the post. This might drop down in front of the goalkeeper. Limerick need to be careful to drop the ball. Has it gone in? It's a goal. It's a goal. I think the referee is going to double check this. But the ball has gone in. I'm not exactly too sure which the players touched it. It might well have been Clodagh Fox. She is limping. So is it a square ball? As the rain comes back here to Tang. The dropping ball. The referee has given the goal. It counts. And I think it's Clodagh Fox that got the goal. We'll try and confirm that in a few moments. But Wicklow have the goal. The rain belts down. And the heavens are opening on Limerick's ambitions of getting to Croke Park as Wicklow lead by 1-6 to 2 points. Play being held up because Clodagh Fox picked up an injury. Clodagh Fox, a vital member of the Wicklow team. She was in the Division 4 team of the league back in 2016. She gets back in position, got herself in there. I'm just not too sure that she touched the ball or not. But she was there. The goal has been given. And there's 7 points between the teams. Now what can Limerick do? Can they use the elements to their advantage? You'd think we're safe here in the press box, but the rain has even blown into us here. Anya Cunningham up against Lucy Dunn. Trying to find a way in. Lucy Dunn gets the touch. And the heavy downpour has just eased up a little bit. Wicklow win a free out. Ball kicked back to Sarah Jane Winders, the captain, and she'll give it to Linda Dempsey, county championship winner in 2008. Wicklow trying to bring the ball out, needs a bit more pressure there. Nicole Bennett asking questions, and she did well to overturn the ball. Anya Cunningham sends the pass inside. Limerick need to respond with a score. Katie Heelan just gets stopped. Aoife Gillen to Sarah Della Hunt on the 45-metre line. And Wicklow will bring it out. Lorna Fiscardi was bringing it out. She gets it the second time of asking. A player out to the right. That player is Rena McGettigan. Rena McGettigan with the white boots. Goes past the halfway line. That was confirmed to be during the break. And then towards the attack. Towards Clodagh Fox. Thankfully back. Moving left to right. Shaking off the ill effects of the challenge that led to the goal. Maeve Keeley with a crossfield pass out to Aoife Gillen. Aoife Gillen trying to work her way inside. Gives the pass. Pass for Clodagh Fox. Turns, goes for a kick in the post, and it's gone over the bar. The umbrella just getting my line of vision at the moment, but it has gone over the bar. Clodagh Fox with the point, and it's 1-7 to 2 points to Wicklow. And there's 8 points between the teams. So Sophie Hennessy looking to restart the play, trying to get it to Rebecca Daly. Foul on the Limerick number 15. Katie Heelan. Limerick just need to score. Need one quickly. Iris Kennedy there was pointing off camera to play the ball inside, but Katie Heelan is going herself, getting away from Lucy Dunn. She turns inside as the space up. Number goes for the kick. And that goes to the left and wide. In Katie Heelan's defence, she mightn't have seen the player, but I don't know if you saw it on camera. But Iris Kennedy was pointing for a ball to go into the space inside. That's really what Limerick have been lacking in this game. They need to put the ball into the danger area and let the Limerick attackers ask questions of the Wicklow defence. They didn't do it again on that occasion. And there's 8 between them, and Wicklow have the ball. Aoife Gillen, strength and conditioning coach. Our sporting idol is Thierry Henry. Crossfield pass towards Catherine Dempsey. Catherine Dempsey to Rena McGettigan. Rena McGettigan sends it down towards the attack towards Maeve Deaney. Wicklow, this third quarter, this is where they want to put the boot down now and book their place in Croke Park. The kick from Catherine Dempsey coming in towards the goal. Sophie Hennessy gets it into her hands. Maeve Keeley is coming in. Limerick have options. They'll bring it out the left channel. Niamh McCarthy. Niamh McCarthy to Christine Reedy. Christine Reedy trying to bring it out towards the 45-metre line. Oisin Ambrose takes the challenge advantage given Amy Ryan. Iris Kinnelly. Megan Healy sends the ball across to Sarah Delahunt. Sarah Delahunt outside the 45-metre line. Down towards Maeve Keeley. Can Maeve Keeley keep it in play? I think she can. Maeve Keeley weaving inside, gets away from Roisin O'Malley, goes to ground. Referee says she pushed in herself, so it's a free out for Limerick. Good control there from Charlotte Walsh. Charlotte Walsh passes it forward. Katie Heelan wants to make amends to the previous chance. Goes in the run again. Is there a player inside giving her options? There's none on this occasion. Katie Heelan will go herself. The pass inside for Roisin Ambrose. Chance for Limerick. A shot off the side netting. For a moment there we thought Limerick had the goal. Not to be a great move down the left. Katie Heelan and Roisin Ambrose. But it doesn't happen for them in the 6th minute of the second half. Those are the chances you think about when the game doesn't go your way. Alana Conroy with the ball for Wicklow. Megan Buckley. Limerick feel they've weathered a bit of a storm, and the sun coming out again, a very bright sun with dark clouds in the horizon. Are there dark clouds in Limerick's future? Time will tell. It's certainly looking bright for Wicklow. But Christine Reedy in towards the attack again. Nicole Bennett hasn't scored yet in the game, looking for a chance. Has Roisin Ambrose there in support, but trying to go herself. Runs into a posse of Wicklow defenders, and Wicklow have overturned the ball. Not for the first time, the Wicklow defence cut out the space. Sarah Jane Winders, we're going to have another hold up and play. Lucy Dunn, B County Championship winner with her club St. Pat's in 2020. Just a young player, just 19 years of age. But taking her place in a formidable full back line. And Wicklow bring it out again towards the halfway line. Alana Conroy. To Aoife Gillen. Back to Alana. Alana Conroy inside the 45-metre line. This is great team movement here from Wicklow. The shot from Laurie Ahern. And the ball goes to the right and wide. It was a move that was begging out for a score. Straight down the field, not to be in the occasion. Third wide of the game for Wicklow. Limerick with 4. Wicklow have 12 different scores in the championship so far. Great spread of options. Limerick, Rebecca Daly to Roisin Ambrose. Back playing camogie with Limerick. Loves her football too, never misses it. Trying to inspire Limerick come back here. 8 points is nothing in the game of football if you get an opportunity. And Nicole Bingham might get an opportunity here. Trying to go for the shot on the ground. And Sarah Jane Winders, the bravery of the fullback. The dive to the ground. She was like a goalkeeper in front of the goalkeeper. And Wicklow have it out towards the 45-metre line. Of course, Limerick have also had 12 different scores in the championship as well. Iris Kennelly hadn't scored in the championship leading into this game. She got the 2 points. So great spread of options for both teams. Wicklow on the attack again. They're making better use of those options in this match. Marie Keeley has Maeve Deaney there beside her. Turns back around. Does the 1-2. Goes for the kick. Great block down there by Niamh McCarthy. The sister Maeve hand passes it out towards Maeve McNamara. And Maeve McNamara is on the 45-metre line looking around. Amy Ryan runs into a Limerick attack. Wicklow bodies there, never too far away from her. One is Laurie Ahern. Casey Heelan. There goes the ground. I think we're going to get a substitution, the first substitution of the game. And it's going to be a Wicklow change in Sinead McGettigan. One of 3 McGettigan sisters involved in the panel. Is going to come on the field to play for Wicklow in a moment. Laurie Ahern, I think, is the player receiving attention for Wicklow. Remember the Leinster panel in 2013. So Sinead McGettigan comes on from Maeve Deaney. So there is the 3 McGettigan sisters are all on the field to play. Sinead started the last day against Derry. One of 7 players making way for this one. Amy Burke, Michaela Shelley, Ella Park, Sarah Miley, Helena Dowling and Paula Faulkner, the others. Just goes to show the strong bench for Wicklow. Maeve Deaney will be disappointed to go off. Limerick will be making a change shortly as well. Sarah Jane Winders out to Niamh McGettigan. And Niamh McGettigan gives it to Lorna Fishcardy. Lorna Fishcardy outside the 45-metre line. Wicklow just linking up much easier as the sun embraces this All-Ireland semi-final. Kick down to the corner. Sinead McGettigan did well to keep the ball in play. Clodagh Fox trying to turn it inside. Goes on the right. Charlotte Walsh staying very, very tight to her for Limerick. Out to Sarah Delahunt. Lorna Fishcardy outside the D. Calls for pressure. Not coming. Catherine Dempsey goes for the kick in the post, and Catherine Dempsey puts the ball over the bar. 11 minutes into the second half. And it's another point for Wicklow. It's 1-8 to 2 points, and Catherine Dempsey with her second of the game. It's 9 points between the teams. Leah Coughlin is the Limerick substitute. They'll enter the field to play shortly. She wears number 8. One of 2 changes at the start of the match. Long kick out there from Sophie Hennessy, trying to find Maeve McNamara, but this find a number 7. It's the Wicklow number 7. However, the Limerick number 7 wouldn't give up. Maeve McNamara, also known for representing Insta ladies in hockey. Iris Kennelly, the ball down towards Roisin Ambrose. Limerick will feel they can get a goal to get themselves back in this match very, very quickly. Iris Kennelly again. Play moving towards the D. Roisin Ambrose. Can she get the space for a shot? Goes for a kick and the ball goes across the left and wide. It's been the story of Limerick's game. They create the opportunities and if they don't materialise, it looks like we're going to have another Limerick change as well. Roisin O'Carroll, the Knockany club. She'll come on the field to play shortly too. So the fourth official, Michael Tarpey, looking for those. So I think we're having a 45 here, are we? We are indeed. So went off a Wicklow defender. As we remember too, the Limerick are missing a couple of players due to a clash with the junior camogie semi-final. Megan Buckley is coming off the field to play, so Leah Coughlin comes on. That's the first change. Roisin O'Carroll will be on shortly. 45 for Limerick coming up. Roisin O'Carroll. And Nicole Bennett is the player that's coming off. So a big decision from the Limerick management. So it'll be interesting to see who takes this 45. Well, it's actually taken by the substitute Roisin O'Carroll. Referee blows the whistle. Going to be a free in for Limerick. Niamh McCarthy. Maeve McCarthy up in an attacking role. Looking to give Limerick a spark. Out to Christine Riddy. Christine Riddy just outside the 20-metre line outside the D. Gives a pass into Roisin Ambrose. So Roisin Ambrose looking around for options. Finds a teammate. A kick. On that occasion going to drop in towards the house. Amy Ryan was lurking there. Well capable of getting a goal. Katie Heelan. Referee's given the free in. Just outside the penalty area. What do Limerick do here? I think at the moment Limerick probably just need to get a point, get a score. But a point will come when they need to get goals. To Iris Kennelly, their top scorer in this match. Gets ready to take the free. Looking for her third of the match. Make her the game's top scorer with the exception of the goal. It goes over the bar. Iris Kennelly, 44 minutes gone. It's Limerick 3 points. It's Wicklow 1-8. So Linda Dempsey. 8 points between the teams as a Wicklow player. Tying the laces. I think it's Lucy Dunn. So just Wicklow keeper will be no rush to kick this ball out. The referee doesn't seem to be in any rush to care to kick it out either. Wicklow very, very happy with how this third quarter has panned out for them. Sinead McGettigan that came off the bench there. To enter the field to play an attack is actually Wicklow's, well, what started the game as Wicklow's joint second top scorer with 2-2 in the championship so far. She was level with Catherine Dempsey coming into the game, but Catherine Dempsey and Clodagh Fox, who got the goal and a couple of points, have overtaken her since. So, but she's still in the top 4, just ahead of Laurie Ahern. Sarah Jane Wenders in the attack down the far side of the field. Wicklow on the move. Aoife Gillen will go for a kick herself. Has been setting up scores. Gets one herself now. 16 minutes into the second half, and Aoife Gillen becomes Wicklow's 13th different score of the 2021 championship. Her first of this campaign. It's 1-9 to 3 points as the referee says it's time for the water break. And to give you the tail of the tape, if you're just joining us here in the second half, Wicklow led by 6 points to 2 at half time, but a goal after 43 seconds. Clodagh Fox, we reckon, got the touch. A dropping ball just scrambled on the line there and went over the line to make it 1-6 to 2 points. She added a score as well. Catherine Dempsey made it 1-8 to 2 points. Limerick missing scoring opportunities, though Iris Kennelly got her third from a free after Katie Heelan was fouled, but just before the break there, it was Aoife Gillen making it the baker's dozen for Wicklow now. Their 13th different score, and Wicklow lead by 1-9 to 3 points. Wicklow in a huddle there at the moment, very happy. Mark Murnan, their manager there with the black baseball cap, talking to his players, telling them not to ease up. He's joined in the management team by the Mayor Fern and Niall Hurley-Lynch. Physio is William Dillon. The liaison officer Linda Dunn-Wynn, and also mentors are Seamus Fingleton, Paul O'Riordan, Michael Kavanagh, Tony Allen and Amy Horn. So there's 15 minutes of action remaining. Wicklow in control, lead by 9 points. They know what they need to do now. Another 1 or 2 scores might be enough. Limerick, 1 or 2 scores have to be goals, and that might be enough. Let's not forget last week what Meath did against Cork in Croke Park when the cause looked lost. There was 7 between them with just 3 minutes there. So plenty of football to play. Could we have a dramatic conclusion again like we had last week? Sophie Hennessy is going to restart the action for Limerick. Tricolours in the background there seem to have changed direction. There's a bit more of a breeze here, and it is favouring Wicklow. But Limerick will have to work around that. Good kick down and well taken by Maeve McNamara. Ulster about getting the first score, but they have to keep the ball. And Niamh McGettigan set the tone for this game at the very, very start of the match. Has continued at that pace. Many of her teammates have stepped up. And this is a great move now. Chance for a score. And it's gone over the bar. I think it was Laurie Ahern who got that. And it's another point for Wicklow. Laurie Ahern with the point makes it 1-10 to 3 points. just like that, Niamh McGettigan winning the ball. And there's 7 between the teams. Certainly Limerick do not want to concede the first score. So Wicklow are going to get another opportunity as they're about to make a change. Not the Wexford team that was announced there, it's the Wicklow team. Kate Hennessy places Lucy Dunn. Lucy Dunn was down a moment ago. And Kate Hennessy, who also plays for St. Patrick's, is on the field to play. Lorna Fishcardy going to start this attack, trying to find Rena McGettigan. Rena McGettigan has the ball for Wicklow. Anna Conroy is there, but goes across against the number 5. Rena McGettigan sending in towards the attack, looking for Clodagh Fox. Just gets away from Clodagh. So that's going to be the second wide of the half for Wicklow, 4th in total. And it remains 110 to 3 points. So Limerick just trying to get one fluid move there to get them going. One thing they won't give up. Niamh McCarthy. Christine Reedy into Roisin O'Malley. Roisin O'Malley lays the ball off to Maeve McCarthy. Maeve McCarthy, the pass to Leah Coughlin. Leah Coughlin just outside the 45-metre line. Asks Amy Ryan to get involved, and Amy Ryan gives it to Katie Heelan. Little touch there from the Wicklow defender, but Katie Heelan still has the ball. Rebecca Daly, Iris Keneally, I should say, trying to work her way in. The referee spotted an infringement. I think he's given the free into Limerick. So Iris Keneally to take this free for Limerick now. Just over 11 minutes of normal time remaining. Can she bring this back to a 9-point ball game? Iris Keneally, that ball has gone to the right and wide. It just won't happen for Limerick in this game, and Wicklow controlling everything, making it difficult. And Limerick, they have been presented chances. Linda Dempsey. Drive down the middle, trust their teammates to win the ball. Not on this occasion. Leo Coughlin takes it for Limerick, gives it to Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan has a player in front, but goes herself. Amy Ryan might go for the pass now. She was trying to find Roisin O'Carroll, not to be, but Katie Heelan is there. And again, it goes to the left and wide. And in front of us here in the commentary box, Donal Ryan just pulled his cap off his head. Frustrated, another scoring opportunity goes a begging for Limerick. And as the clock continues to tick away, you've got to believe now that Wicklow are heading back to Croke Park. Long kick out. Megan Healy has the ball, looks around. Laurie Ahern, Kate Hennessy, she wears 17. Lorna Fishcardy, Alana Conroy. And they just passed her way out of trouble. Aoife Gillen on the move. And all of a sudden now it's a Wicklow attack again as Alana Conroy gets inside the 45-metre line, sending in towards the danger area. Tight defender from Charlotte Walsh, stopping Clodagh Fox. But Limerick are playing with the ball in the full back line. Roisin O'Malley gives it to Amy Ryan. Referee spots the foul, could be a Limerick free. Amy Ryan wants to take it quickly towards the 45-metre line, the Munster side. Roisin O'Malley, Amy Ryan. And again, it's just simple movement there. It's not working out, and Wicklow have the ball again. Aoife Gillen, low pass towards Laurie Ahern. Laurie Ahern to Catherine Dempsey. The pass was hard, but there's no pressure being put on Catherine Dempsey here, and all of a sudden this could be a major chance. She goes for the kick, puts the ball over the bar. Wicklow made the mistake in the attack, but Limerick didn't deal with it. That's another point. It's 111 to 3 points. As Wicklow are starting to empty the bench now, Amy Burke plays for Vallymount. She'll be on the field to play shortly. Leah Coughlin. Bad challenge coming in from Niamh McGettigan. Not too sure what the decision there, but the referee was. It's actually going to be a Wicklow ball. I thought for a moment it was a Limerick ball.
Change on the Wicklow team.
And Limerick are making a few changes too.
Amy Burke replaces number 12. Rena McGettigan.
So 19 for 12. You just heard there from the stadium announcer. Louise Ryan and Rachel Greeny will be entering the field of play for Limerick in a moment, as will Sarah O'Connor. A change of goalkeeper coming. Limerick looking at options for the future as well now. Is that an indication that they've given up on this one? Or are they throwing the kitchen sink at it now? We will see. 3 changes on the way. But it's Wicklow with the ball. Clodagh Fox gives it to Niamh McGettigan. They're lining up here, Wicklow, looking for further scores now in this game. Maeve Keeley decides not on this occasion. Sends it out the far side of the field. Clodagh Fox says she try weave in from the left. Limerick win the free out, and I think those changes might take place. Rena McGettigan going off the field there for Wicklow. And the referee is saying the substitutions can come on, so we know Sophie Hennessy will be one of the players going off. Also coming off is Anya Cunningham.
Shelley replaces Limerick. Replaces.
It's a mix up there in teams. It's actually Louise Ryan for Anya Cunningham, Sarah O'Connor for Sophie Hennessy. I think Roisin O'Malley is the other player making way, and Rachel Greeny. So there's the 3 changes for Limerick. Just over 6 minutes of normal time remaining. Wicklow 1-11. Limerick 3 points. Remember, the LGFA, TG4, playing the ball and streaming. 4 matches live online this week. We can tell you Cavan have gotten an early goal in the senior football relegation match against Tyrone. It's Cavan 1-1 to Tyrone a point. That game started at 2 o'clock, so plenty of time to watch that, but this is over. If you want, Aoife Gillen with a chance for Wicklow, goes for a shot. That ball goes to the left and wide. For a moment we thought we had the second Wicklow goal tomorrow as well. Live streaming coverage. Carlow against Antrim. And Fermanagh against Offaly. So plenty of coverage, ladies football. This commentary here in Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang, brought to you in association with Sporting Limerick. You're watching Wicklow on their way to Crow Park, it looks now. Unless there's a serious twist and a couple of goals. Anna Conroy. Space just opening up now for Wicklow. It's just looking very, very easy. I'll give you the details of those games tomorrow in a moment. We'll watch Lorna Fiscardi first. Gives the pass in for Aoife Gillen. Looking for a second point. She hadn't scored in the championship before this. Now she gets a second. 5 minutes to go. Aoife Gillen, 1-12 to 3 points. There's 12 between them now. And Q just gives me a chance to tell you tomorrow's live fixtures. All-Ireland Junior Football semi-final, Antrim against Carlow. That's also at 1 o'clock, taking place in Nanleer. We'll also have the All-Ireland Intermediate Relegation Qualifier 2 for Fermanagh against Offaly. That's at 2 o'clock in Boyle. So plenty of LGFA coverage this weekend. As I mentioned there, don't forget to check out Cavan and Tyrone when this game is over. Can Limerick finish with a flourish? Can they create some doubt? Roisin Ambrose is on the move, just outside the 20-metre line. Gives it to the substitute. The substitute is Louise Ryan. Louise Ryan kicks it in the sky, but unfortunately for her, it's not going to stay in play. And it goes to the right and wide. Limerick will be just really disappointed how the shooting has gone from this. They've averaged 6.29 in the championship so far coming into this game. That is just under 12 points a match. They'll do well to get to that in this game there now, but of course they won't give up. 2 players combining. Roisin O'Carroll, what a block down from Sarah Jane Winters. The dangerous knock gone. Rebecca Daly trying to get a shot. That goes to the right and wide, and just for Limerick it won't happen for them. They're 5th wide in the second half. They're 8 in total. And it remains 1-12 to 3 points. The scoreboard here in Tang still is Wicklow 1-11. So we'll see confirmation at the moment, but we've totted up 1-12 in this match. Referee blows the whistle. Limerick will have another attack. And Kate Hennessy, the player with the ball. Oliver Scardy sending it down. Maeve McNamara. The Wicklow player on the ground, so we're going to have a hold up and play. Yeah, we just double checked there. It is 112 to 3 points favouring Wicklow. The scoreboard on your screen, the correct score, of course. So we're just going to have another hold up and play there as a Wicklow player receives some attention. This is a bit of concern for Wicklow. Is it Marie Keeley? So change is being made. Ella Park is coming on the field to play for Wicklow. But it is Marie Keeley that's going off, and this will be a cause of concern for the Wicklow team ahead of an All-Ireland final, because this is their top scorer. So Marie Keeley going off the field to play. Wicklow 12 points in front on the way to Croke Park, with their top scorer in the championship with 35 points is going off injured. Hopefully that doesn't affect her involvement in the decider. Now the Conroy with the ball for Wicklow. It's going to be a Wicklow ball. Sends in towards Niamh McGettigan. Niamh McGettigan outside the 45 metre line. Holds the ball up, gives it to Sarah Della Hunt. Sarah Della Hunt has a look. Crossfield pass down towards the corner. Sinead McGettigan goes for a kick at the post. Oh, did it come off the post? The umpire says it went off a Limerick player. Maybe the goalkeeper, Sarah O'Connor, kicked that ball away. It's a 45 has been given. Clock continues to tick away. 30 minutes of normal time are nearly up. We will have a bit of injury time. So Catherine Dempsey is going to take the 45 for Wicklow now. So she drives one down towards the middle. Hit off one of her own teammates, I think. Amy Ryan back there for Limerick. She's worked hard throughout the hour. Louise Ryan from the St. Bridget's Club. Trying to drive Limerick on to finish in a positive manner. Casey Heelan. So we're going to have another change for Wicklow. That's Sarah Miley. Sarah Miley coming on for Laurie Ahern. No doubt Laurie Ahern will get a massive clap coming off the field this game. She got 3 points to play in the match. Limerick have a free in. I think Iris Kennelly there with the ball in her hand is going to take it. Limerick's only score in the match. So Iris Kennelly didn't fancy going directly, gets back to Amy Ryan. So Amy Ryan with the pass down in the direction of Rachel Greeny, we're number 23. And again, Limerick are bringing it back to the 45. Babe McNamara out towards Rebecca Daly. Rebecca Daly looking around. Back to Mabe, looking at touch again from Wicklow. They have the ball. And now in the counter-attack, there's very few defenders back if they can win these challenges up front. And Clodagh Fox, a 2-on-1, but there's a couple of players inside. Limerick players desperately getting back as Clodagh Fox has the ball. Trying to work away inside, create a scoring opportunity. Clodagh Fox goes for a kick at the post. Limerick need to be careful. The ball goes across the goal, but it'll go out to the left and wide. There was a bit of open space there, but just goes to show how quick Wicklow can counter-attack. 2 minutes of added time have been played here now in Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang. This is the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Ladies Football Semi-Final, and Wicklow on their way to Crow Park, waiting for the final whistle from the Waterford official Patrick Spett. Sarah O'Connor kicks the ball out towards the corner, and Limerick have given the ball away. And it's been that type of afternoon for Limerick. Things not going right for them. Cavan lead Tyrone by 1-3 to 4 points. Pass back to Niamh McGettigan. Niamh McGettigan finds a teammate outside the 45-metre line. You get the feeling Wicklow want to finish with a flourish as well. Lorna Fishgardy has played in 2 All-Ireland finals with Foxwell Cabinteely. She's getting back to an All-Ireland final this year. Chance for a shot. Ball goes to the right and wide. 6th wide of the game for Wicklow. And the clock continues to tick away. There has been a few hold-ups now, so understandable we might get another 1 or 2 scoring opportunities in the match. Sarah O'Connor, the Limerick goalkeeper. Wicklow subs are ready to go on the field to play. They know the job is done. Niamh McGettigan. Ball bounces around the place, won by Katie Heelan for Limerick. And Katie Heelan will send it out the far side of the fields. Maeve McNamara on the move again. Roisin Ambrose. You just want to see Limerick finish one of these moves with a big score, even to give themselves a lift going forward for 2022. Roisin Ambrose pass in the direction of Louise Ryan. But again out towards the 45. Wicklow applying the pressure. Christine Reedy up in the attack. Roisin Ambrose goes down to ground again. One back by Wicklow. Amy Burke was there and fouled to a kick into space for Catherine Dempsey. Catherine Dempsey lobs the ball over the defender. There's plenty of Wicklow players in front, but Charlotte Walsh wins the race for Limerick. Mentioned she's an NUI Galway student. She studies biomedical engineering. Down towards Katie Heelan. Rebecca Daly trying to send it back towards the Limerick number 10, surrounded by 2 defenders, but Katie Heelan goes for a kick and puts the ball over the bar. Just the second different score of the game for Limerick. Katie Heelan with the point, Rebecca Daly with the assist. It's now Limerick 4 points, Wicklow 112. The All-Ireland Ladies Football Final at Junior takes place in Crow Park on Sunday, September the 5th at 11:45. Part of a triple header that was announced by the LGFA during the week. The intermediate final between Westmeath and Wexford at 1:45. The senior final between Dublin and Meath at 4:15. On the move here for Wicklow is their number 22 is Sarah Miley. Sending it towards the attack, but Limerick's defenders get in the way again. Looking for another score before the full-time whistle is blown. Amy Ryan. Amy Ryan trying to get around Sarah Delahunt. Cross to the right. Limerick were champions in 2018. They'll have to wait at least another year. If it's going to happen for them, Roisin Ambrose on the move. And again, the little touch there from the defender. Enough to overturn the ball. The referee blows the final whistle and it's all over. And Wicklow become the 5th county to book their ticket in Crow Park in 15 days' time. They won this game by 112 to 4 points. Clodagh Fox with a goal 43 seconds after the restart for the second half, pulling distance between the teams. They led by 6 points to 2 at the break. That made it 1-6 to 2 points, and they continued adding to their tally. Clodagh Fox, Catherine Dempsey putting a 9 between them before Iris Kennelly got her 3rd of the game, but Limerick just couldn't make scoring opportunities count. 4 more for Wicklow. Aoife Gillen, Laurie Ahern, Catherine Dempsey and Aoife Gillen again I should say, made it 112 to 3 points before Katie Heelan finished off the scoring. It is Wicklow that will celebrate. They will play Carlow or Antrim, who meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Limerick, their year ends at the semi-final stage again. They'll be disappointed. The final score here in Joe Fox Memorial Park in Tang, County Westmeath. We hope you enjoyed our coverage, brought to you in association with Sporting Limerick. I'd like to thank our cameraman Dermot Flaherty. I was Darren Kelly, and Wicklow will celebrate the final score again. Wicklow 112, Limerick 4 points.